Yeah, your eyes aren't fooling you. We actually got a gameplay tech demo of The Witcher 4. I was not expecting this. I would have been streaming the Unreal event if I knew it was going to show up. Summer Game Fest is officially here. We're doing the pre-shows now. The main event isn't until the 6th, which at the time of recording is 3 days from now. But they usually do a few little events leading up to it, aka the State of the Unreal, which is why we're seeing The Witcher 4, because they're actually not going with their red engine this time like they did for Witcher 3. They're actually switching to Unreal Engine 5. Now, again, for those that might not know what a tech demo is, I'm sorry, but it's basically what it sounds like. It's a technical demo to mostly showcase what the game they're aiming for is supposed to be like. It's not necessarily what the game will look like. So I do want to make sure people keep that in mind. Most games don't run or look like their tech demos do when the official games come out, because this game is not done. There's still a lot of work to be done, and in the end they will likely have to make compromises so players will have a better experience, even if that means they have to sacrifice, little bits of performance or quality in order to make it happen. I just wanted to preface that before I even watched this, because I've seen a lot of tech demos and they basically never look like what their final product ended up being like. I'm really excited to see this, and I'm really excited to see how this game runs and plays, because apparently this tech demo is supposed to be running on a base PS5, which already raises a little bit of a red flag. But hey, I'm gonna eat up some Witcher, and I hope you will too. So if you're excited, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see a playthrough of this game. Let's freaking get into it. No more talking, no more that YouTuber nonsense.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4.
Oh man,
Would you just...
I'm gonna say this now. This is not just a reaction. I'm going to be analyzing everything, bro. My brain is so Witcher 3 coded that I have to analyze everything. So you expect a lot of pauses. If not, this is not the video for you. I'm sorry.
and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing.
Did I say PS4? I meant PS5.
So in the game, you'll...
What did you just say?
PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing.
Get out of here. No way is this game running on a base PS5, ray tracing, and 60 FPS? Someone please tell me a game that looks this good on PS5, on a base PS5, with ray tracing and 60 FPS. Tell me what game does. I don't think you can tell me.
So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri,
Oh my
a
gosh.
professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to
Kovir.
explore it in a game.
Oh,
Right
wow.
now, Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village.
Okay, that's really cool. Oh my
All right,
gosh,
everyone,
this is incredible
meet
looking.
Kelpie.
Kelpie?
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
Oh, she looks
So
great.
just like Geralt the Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
There better be a quest where we actually get to talk to Kelpie. That's all I'm saying. Or else throw the whole game away.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And
Okay, cool.
We also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
Huh. It is called Unreal, so I'll give him that.
So let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with Nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. there's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle.
Oh
So we
yeah.
are excited to introduce Nanite foliage.
Okay, I wondered if they were going to use this because I've heard of this tech before. I remember it's like a type of geometry system that only actually works on the data that can actually be perceived by a player and not anything deeper at all. Because I think if you were going to use the pre-computed stuff, it would work on everything down to the last minute detail of things, which isn't always the most efficient, I guess. So while technically it's doing less work, it's still just focusing on what's needed most, making it more efficient to use, which is cool.
And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed.
Oh, look, a bear.
So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite.
Yeah,
It's volumetric,
see.
it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed
That's
to achieve
awesome.
their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Ciri.
I know this is from like the stream, but like, does it go any higher? No, that's as high as it goes. Oh man, dude, put me in the
Welcome to
game, bro,
Valgrest.
please.
So Valgrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade, and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract.
Bro, can we talk about how wonderful the NPC like interactions with the world are right now? Now, I know The Witcher 3 already kind of did this, but like not like this. Like if you notice, like they're all individually doing a whole bunch of things. It's not like there's just NPCs standing around, a couple of them walking somewhere, and that's it. But they're all individually interacting with their environments, you know, separate from you, even when you're farther away. I know that sounds like not a big deal, but that really is. That's really a big deal. That's really cool.
High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food.
And the missus?
I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff.
Oh
Let's see
man,
what
Ciri
Valgrest
looks
has
so
to
great.
Not her again.
Brother, you better. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Whoa, I love that. How like you interact with them by it's not like some pre-programmed, like as soon as you get too close to an enemy, oh, like I'm sure you played The Witcher 3, you know, like it's not like just some pre-programmed animation of when you get too close at a certain speed, oh, they just they do the falling over animation. No, like they showed her squeeze through them and they barely move with the reactive speed that she's going at. That's really, really good. And I don't know if it'll be there in the final game. That's kind of crazy. This is not 60, by the way. So I just wanted to say, I'm editing this video right now that you're watching right now, and I did actually go and verify something. Yeah, it is exactly what I thought. The presentation that Unreal showed was in 60 FPS. However, the footage IGN did wasn't, even though it was uploaded in 60, the footage wasn't. That's why I was saying what I said. So you're gonna hear me bring it up a few times in this video, but just know I see Unreal's Twitter and their version is 60 FPS. They didn't upload the full thing, just little clips, and all those clips are in 60. So just wanted to let that be known so nobody has to keep putting it in the comments.
Pardon.
Guys, notice how responsive the
That's so
world is.
crazy.
Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together.
Oh my goodness. Again, the world is so reactive, man. This is crazy.
Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper.
Oh,
That's what
man.
happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Cheetah Gwen. Me. Dude, do you see how alive the world is? Everything is moving. You know, you don't realize it too when you're so busy gassing up, you know, what a game is already doing, that when you see how they take something further, you just see how truly impressive things can still go. Nobody had a problem with how The Witcher 3 did NPCs. Nobody really had a problem with it. They were too busy, you know, gassing up the story, you know, and things like that, and the characterization. They're too busy gassing up that they're not really thinking, how could they improve for a Witcher 4? This is how you freaking do it, bro. This is how you do it. And it's so cool to see how everybody's got something doing, man. Like this person's doing this person's throwing water over the bridge, this person's playing Gwent in the streets. You know, there's so much going on here to where I feel like we're at a point where you can almost overstimulate a player by having so much going on. It's because it's so close to real life, to where some people kind of get, you know, they feel some type of way when they're in big crowds of people are going through a city and there's so much noise and movement going on. It's just like, oh my goodness, this is real life. And that's exactly what this is emulating, man. It's trying to go beyond what a game can usually do. And I love that for them. I love that for them.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You're off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
What happened?
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Witcheress. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you.
Oh my gosh, this game looks so good. Oh my gosh, this is insane. We've really reached a time in gaming where the game and the cutscenes look just as good as one another. I remember playing Kingdom Hearts on the PS2 and being like, oh my goodness, the CGI cutscene, it looks so crazy. And then going back to the plasticky cartoon faces, man, now we're seeing the cutscene. You might not even know the cutscene ended. Oh my gosh, I love this, dude.
As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men? Quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton.
No, go back,
While
bro.
Ciri decides what to do about that merchant, let's
Go
take a look at
back.
the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Rugged me ladies after one of them.
Comes. Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing something more. Got mackerel, cod, all Braxton's finest.
And all of
there
this is separate from
tons of
Ciri.
tech at play here. Even in a simple market stall, metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Ciri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdrest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus.
Again, this is all happening separate from Ciri, you know? Like, normally games tone down what's, you know, out
But
of the
great
visible
performance
detail.
deserves a huge crowd, though. Let's crank it up.
Oh, shoot.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread.
I don't see how that's possible. I understand Unreal and Unreal Engine 5. If you're pretty tech savvy, you'd know Unreal Engine 5, there is a big elephant in the room that it has really bad stutter issues. I have not played an Unreal Engine 5 game that does not have this issue. Every single one has the issue. Everything from Silent Hill 2 remake to Marvel Rivals, they all have the exact same stutter issue. And no developer has truly figured out how to get past it. And the fact that they haven't brought it up here says it's suspicious to me. Again, this is not 60 FPS. I don't know why they're saying this is, but this is definitely not 60, you know, and I'm wondering if it just doesn't look 60 because this is gameplay taken from the stream and re-uploaded by IGN. IGN is the only one that has the full tech demo here. I know they're still going, but like this is the only time I've seen the full tech demo. Like that, this is everything. So I'm curious if it's just because of them. They uploaded this in 60, but that doesn't actually mean this is 60 footage. I could take any 30 FPS gameplay, render it in DaVinci and put it at 60. That doesn't mean it's going to magically turn to 60 FPS. That's not how that works. So I really do hope it actually is 60. But having all of this go on with ray tracing, the only way this is at ray tracing 60 FPS on a base PS5 is if it's 1080p. That's the only thing that makes sense. That's the only way you're getting around that. Like you would need a PS5 Pro or a PC to do something like that. That's the only way. And even then, a PS5 Pro is not running this at 4K 60 with ray tracing. It's not, because we're just not there yet. We're not.
Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing.
I would love to be wrong, though. I'm open to being wrong. I welcome it, though, because that's beautiful. if they're not capping, that's wonderful. They're probably going for this, but I'm really doubting the full game is going to do that unless the PS6 is out by then, which it might be, which I'm glad. I'd be okay with.
Room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
That's
You're
really
right.
cool.
That's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Ciri?
Yes, go back. Has she made her decision about what she's gonna do? Oh, looks like she did.
This game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
Dude, I hope the music is like Blood
So
and
we're
Wine
almost
level
done, but
quality,
before we
bro.
go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans.
Oh man, she looks
First
great.
look at La Nexeta.
Ooh. I got the goosebumps. You can't see it, but like I got the goosebumps.
Onward, Kelby. We what?
Kelby's like, what the freak you got me about to go into? No, no. Okay, they're gonna go more into like the tech side of
Thanks,
things.
guys.
I don't know if people fully care
Seriously,
about
it
this
looks
part.
Amazing. And we've also barely scratched the surface of what's coming in Unreal 5.6. So
Okay, yeah, they wanted to show off the tech demo for the engine specifically. So, and then now they're just going into how they ended up getting this. It looks like they're talking about the Nanite technology and stuff. which is really cool. Again, that's one of my favorite little details about that, because that's been out for a few years now, but not every, because you can only really do that in Unreal, I think. But man, that was really cool. Man, I kind of don't want to seem like a downer or anything, because I feel like during this video, I was trying to be real in a sense, to where like they can say whatever they want here, but the final product is truly what matters. And I'm not just saying that because of what happened with Cyberpunk or anything like that. Of course not. It's more about, I've seen a lot of tech demos. They've been doing tech demos for 30 years, you know, and I have not seen a single tech demo that did everything it planned to do for the full game. I've not seen that, because it's unrealistic. And I'm sure they even understand that. Some of this stuff we're showing won't make it in the final product, you know, just because sometimes it is a bit unreasonable. You always should go into your projects doing what you truly want to do. And that way, before you're ready to release, you kind of ease back. That way you can just ease back on little bits, you know, go the whole margin and come reel yourself in right till you hit that threshold, because their threshold seems to be 60 FPS plus ray tracing on a base PS5. That is their goal. That's why they did not specify a resolution. They did not. And I think the only way they're going to do that is if the game, if this is going to be on PlayStation, it'll probably make use of PSSR. That's the upscaler they have for that. So it'll probably upscale from like 900p to 4K. Maybe on PC it might do something similar if they allow DLSS to be used, or FSR4. That's the only way I can really see them doing that, which most people don't have a problem with. Most games, especially if you're playing on PC, have upscalers, you know, like I'm not going to go into details of explaining how that works and stuff like that, but more often than not, if they use an upscaler, then it can work. I do think they could do it, but I'm really excited for that, and I'm really hoping it comes day one to PC, because that's just where I prefer to play. And my PC is a lot stronger than a PS5 and a PS5 Pro, so I'd really like to see how much I can crank it up, bro. Can I get this at like my monitor's resolution and refresh rate? Man, I'm trying to play it at 144 FPS. That would be really great, dude, because that's what I'm playing The Witcher 3 at a lot of the time. And so, but that's like a 2015 game, so it's unrealistic to really expect that. But I'm really excited for this, man. I'm glad we got to see a little glimpse into The Witcher 4's world. Man, we even got to see another new location at the end. So it's 2 new locations. We got to really get a good look at Ciri. It seems like they tweaked her slightly, but not very much. They might have just changed more muscle definition, it seems, but she still looks great. I thought she looked great the first time. She looks great this time, and I'm really excited to finally be playing as her, man. Again, I'm sure everybody who's watching this probably already watched The Witcher 3 or watched my playthrough or played it themselves, but to get into slight spoilers there, I'm really glad that the ending I picked is seeing the ending they're going with here. You know, I know some people kind of hate it when they have sequels for games that had multiple endings, because they have to canonize something. So in the end, it just kind of invalidates someone's decisions. You know, like if you got the ending where, you know, she becomes queen and stuff like that, then that just became the ending for you. That became canon in your head. So seeing her now just as a Witcher, you know, it might kind of be a little weird. The only way they could probably fix that is if they let you import a save from The Witcher 3 and it brings up your ending, because Trails does that a lot as well, you know, but it'd be cool that like things went south or something happened while she was queen, and now she's, you know, basically just being a Witcher now. You know, that'd be the only way they could really kind of make everyone ending mean something. So I don't know how they'll do it, but that's something I'm looking forward to a lot. And I'm really glad we got to see another inside scoop into The Witcher 4. And I'm really glad that I was able to share this with you guys, because again, like I said, we will 100%, 1000% be covering that game on the channel when it comes out. We will. Like, I'm a Witcher fan for life now, you know, so unless they start turning all of the games into farming sims, then I'm a Witcher fan for life. So it's gonna be great. But yeah, that's enough yapping out of me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this and you haven't already, hit the like button for your boy. Leave a comment for the algorithm and all that jazz. You already know how it goes. If you'd like to see episodes of my content early, then you can always go ahead and support your boy over there on Patreon. It's never required, but it's always appreciated. Thank you all so much. You're quite literally the lifeblood of the channel. But to everybody else, thank you all so much for watching. My name is KingdomAce. Remember everyone to play some games, have some fun, and enjoy your day today.